here's my question. Who's selling who here? Is this Derek Carr having to sell himself to like the Jets, who might be in on Aaron Rodgers, or Carolina, who might want to draft a quarterback, or New Orleans, who knows what they're thinking? Or is this the teams trying to sell Carr like, hey, come to our place? I don't know who has the hammer here. Who has the leverage?
Yeah, I feel like the teams have a little bit of leverage here because, Derek Carr, I don't think he's going to command $45 million. He's not wanted like Rodgers is wanted.
Clearly not. He's had 3 interviews.
Yeah, who's a hot free agent from years past? There aren't a lot of free agent quarterbacks. It's a rare thing. But whoever they are, I don't think he's a $100
Tom Brady.
Player. Tom Brady, yes.
That was a big one.
But then again, there were reports that Tom Brady was selling himself on these teams. Now, did you see, by the way, I know that Carr is meeting with the Panthers. The Panthers are talking to Sam Darnold about a new deal.
Desperate times. Man.
Well, to me, if that happens, that means one thing, right? They're drafting a quarterback. So I think that's what these teams have in leverage. Carolina is in a great spot to draft somebody. So they don't have any desperation towards Derek Carr. I think that there's no reason for them to sell themselves to him because they could just draft someone.
That's what I think. And for the Jets, I think the Jets are the ones who are really trying to court Carr.
Yeah, I mean, the Jets need him more than Carolina, right?
Definitely. And the Jets have made it known we need a veteran. Like, they've put all their business out there in front of everyone. I mean, not that you could hide it. They definitely need a veteran quarterback. And listen, Aaron Rodgers is still coming out of the darkness. He said he's going to make a decision soon, but that doesn't mean like today. I mean, do you think that Derek Carr, after meeting with the Jets today, is going to leave Indianapolis with a contract?
I do not.
I
think the Jets and Carr, they're going to argue about how many years. Carr's going to want 5-year commitment, and the Jets are not going to want to make that. Right?
5-year commitment.
Carr's going to want a big long-term deal, and the Jets, I imagine, are going to want flexibility. And also, Carr's probably wondering about the Southern teams. Would you rather play indoors if you're Carr?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd rather play indoors if I'm anybody.
Yeah, I know the Jets have a loaded roster and they have a great defense, but Carr's got to at least explore playing indoors in New Orleans, for example.
Do you think that he probably thought there were going to be more teams that reached out? This is not known to be a great quarterback class in this year's draft. Like, no one's really banging down the door for any of these guys.
Right, but someone could emerge. I mean, who's not reaching out or who's not been reported yet that you think Carr would want? Indianapolis? San Francisco?
Atlanta or Tampa?
Well, yeah, I don't.
San Francisco. I mean, it's probably going to be a little too expensive for them.
That's too expensive for them. Right. I think that Atlanta seems like they have a different plan. Seems like they want Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Why would Derek Carr at Atlanta? That doesn't make any sense as far as timelines go. I think Derek Carr's got to go somewhere who's ready to win right now. I don't think you're building from scratch with Derek Carr. If you're Atlanta, are you?
Listen, Eric DeCosta, the general manager of the Ravens, came out today in Indy and said, we're trying everything we can do to get Lamar to sign. At least that's what they're saying publicly.
Yeah, but even if they do that, that doesn't mean Lamar's going to sign. I mean, he might force their hand.
Michael Gaylor's in the chat, says the Saints are 10th. According to this NFLPA report card, the only bad category is food. How in the hell is food bad in New Orleans? It's a great question from Michael. That should be A++.
How could the Raiders be number 3 on this list?
I mean, I get it. It's a brand new stadium. I'm sure the weight room, training room has got to be gorgeous.
Yeah, Mark Davis has like no money to spend on anything, so you would think that any amenity would just not be available to them.
I thought they were on the cheaper side, kind of like the Bengals or the. I know the Chargers are famously cheap. They're
right. That's what I'm saying. Mark Davis is very cheap, so you would think that they would be down on the list.
Apparently not.
I guess not.
Maybe it's the perks. Maybe he's like, hey, I got a deal for you. You get 30% off. You go to Taj
all the lobbies of all the hotels and casinos, meeting producers galore.
He'd be like, when's the last time you shaved?
in the lobby of the Cosmo.
Did he ask you about your shaving habits?
No, but he did have like 3 or 4 of the players along with him. They were just hanging out and eating food. It was delicious.
Yeah, that's the free food down at the. It's free drinks, really. You have to be playing hands of blackjack, but that's where you get the free drink.
Maggie, I love New York. Been here for a long time.
Yes, you live here.
I would take Vegas. If I was a neutral player, I would want that stadium is so gorgeous. The weather's amazing. I don't know, just the lifestyle of being a pro athlete in Vegas seems really fun. Easy. I mean, what's the traffic in Vegas? There's two towns. Nelson Aguilar explained this to us over sushi
he
once.
did.
It's super easy to get to the stadium. Just as far as lifestyle of a professional football player, Vegas seems really fun.
Okay, but you are assuming you, Andrew Perloff, are now playing professional football.
No. I'm an actual professional football player who does not get sunburned very easily.
No, I wasn't going to go with the sun. I was going to go with the temptation.
Oh,
you
okay.
might not get as tempted as some other people. You're thinking about you, Andrew Perloff, where someone else might think, I don't know about Vegas. That could be a very slippery slope.
Got it. So the downside is the temptation.
Yeah, you've got strong will.
But that might be an upside for a lot of potential free agents.
Yes, I know. But not for the team.
No, but I think once you live in Vegas, and we could ask our buddy Sully this at some point, once you live in Vegas, that temptation, it's kind of like, I've been there, done that. I don't think it calls you the same way. Honestly, my friend lives there. He never goes to the Strip. Like, he would never even consider it. Before he got there, he went there all the time. But once you move to Henderson, it's like in New York. You think, I live in New York. You think I want to partake in New York? Anything New York?
When's the last time you were in Times Square?
6 years ago, before the pandemic. I don't want to go anywhere near. I mean, I don't really go out, but if I did go out, I wouldn't want to go to Chelsea and like the hot clubs and all that. It'd get old so fast. And by the way, New York, players get in trouble all the time. They have to come in from New Jersey to go to the clubs, and it's super annoying.
I know.
They're going to go out anyway.
Sam Darnold got mono.
Yeah,
you never know what kind of communicable disease you're going to get here.
This was sad dad to me. I was honestly thinking about the traffic. And
of course you were.
I just think that all these other places, the stadium, I don't know, Vegas is perfect. That stadium is so cool looking. We have to go in there and see a game.
I know. You wanted to take the stadium tour, and I said no. 855-212-4CBS.
Biggest mistake of Super Bowl week.
855-212-4227.
Sorry, it was draft week.
It was draft week.
Yeah, next year is Super Bowl. By the way, Super Bowl in Vegas. Man, talking about temptation.
For the very few people who had to give us an unfortunate decline on our happy hour at the Super Bowl in Phoenix, they all said, but I'll definitely see you next year. Sorry, I'm not going to Super Bowl this year, but I'll definitely see you next year. It was like to a man. There weren't that many no's. But for like the 5 or 10 people who said, I'm not going this year, they made a point to say, but I'll be there next year. Yeah,
I think the bar is pretty high for Las Vegas Super Bowl. I mean, Super Bowls themselves are fun. You add in Vegas. Can it possibly live up to this kind of hype?
Something's going to happen.
Yeah, I think players can behave themselves. I think they can go to Vegas. I don't think it's temptation. I think if I'm Aaron Rodgers, that to me, lifestyle-wise, is the best place.